Memo 600 responded to all the news that's going on viral right now, especially that conversation that happened with No Limit Kyro. Came on that Clubhouse, Varney, Memo. That shit sparked a lot of views. The internet seen it. You know, I think that phone call should have been in private. When they got on the internet, it made it easier for people to instigate it. You know, Kyro felt like people playing with his homies, playing with CAPO name, playing with Lil Greg name. You know, he kind of confronted Memo, kind of confronted Lil Varney on those social media apps. Next thing you know, next day, CAPO brother then spoke out. He said they give suit and ties behind that name. That felt real strong, you know, but it kind of still feel like a misunderstanding because a lot of these guys know each other and shit like that. So I'm not sure how strong this is, but it did feel backdoorish in my opinion. Memo actually posted today. He said they be mad as hell. I won't let them some like treat me like Big P. You know, Big P been going back and forth with a lot of people in O Block. You know, Big P might not like that comment, Memo, to be honest with you. But, you know, that's what he said. To be honest with you, Memo, they kind of faded a little bit. Not faded because he not high. He kind of faded on purpose. You don't really see him in the internet doing shit like that. We see his name buzzing now because, like, the hip-hop homicides put him in that shit by mistake. But, you know, he done kind of faded, left the internet alone with a lot of the bad antics and shit like that. I'm not sure if he was aware, though. You know, he got a big name, so the fan base followed on them phones, the Clubhouse, and captured him, Lil Varney, No Limit Kyro, you know, conversation. And it did feel like it was a problem, you know, to be honest with you. This feels, you know, this could get violent, but maybe not, because if it's on the internet and we heard it, then maybe it's a misunderstanding, you know, because if we heard it, then, you know, this could be documented later if somebody get hurt. So I don't know if this is going to be serious, but it did feel, you know, it did feel a little different. I think Memo no capo, though, you know. I would think Varney no capo. That's why I say I feel like this could be talked and figured out, in my opinion. That's why I say I think it should have been behind closed doors, because these guys know each other. You know, I think since it went on the internet, they got all that clout, then it's going to make it way, 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 way more easier for people to help instigate this and bloggers make content about this and type of shit like that. But I wanted to bring to your attention that, you know, it didn't look like Memo 600 bagging down and back down, you know, but I do think those guys might have a conversation. I got a feeling those guys gonna have a conversation and fix that, in my opinion, because I believe that's a misunderstanding that can get fixed. But then again, that Clubhouse, the one thing I'm gonna tell you about Clubhouse that I do like, and a lot of people try to get me to come on Clubhouse. I get requests to come on Clubhouse. I'm asked to come on Clubhouse every day. I run from that shit. I don't want to get on Clubhouse. I don't want people screaming at me and doing all kind of crazy shit. We're not finna talk from a way of respect. I don't want to do that shit. But one thing I can tell you about Clubhouse is Clubhouse captures things that goes on in the streets. It's different than a post on Instagram or a video when a motherfucker putting the camera in front of your face. You just talking on the phone, you know, motherfuckers just be talking freely and shit on the phone. They ain't got no camera, they not performing, none of that shit, they just be talking freely. So it'll capture real things. So we might have just captured, you know, some street beef shit that was going on that the world didn't know, you know, or it might just be some internet shit. But I wanted to bring to your attention that Memo 600 seemed like he being strong on what happened. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's telling me truth.